Ever wondered what you look like when your eyelashes are drying? It's probably because I'm just really impatient, but it works, it's fine. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, my YouTube channel. This is my first video. The idea behind this channel is to help people, to give them the skills and the confidence to be able to apply makeup themselves, and just to have fun and experiment. This will not be perfect. This will be perfectly imperfect. So let's go. So the first step is the base. To apply the base, I use a flat concealer brush, a flat brush. As long as it's flat, you're good. Apply a bit on the back of my hand, and then you just pat. So I have done both sides for you. Because I have the joy of having hooded eyes, I always find it is best to kind of go over those areas that could cause some problems. This will stop your makeup from coming off. It makes it last a bit longer, and it will also show any pigments, so any bright colours, which, let's be honest, I wear a whole heap of bright colours. I don't tend to do very subtle looks very often, so it gives you an idea of it's useful. It's super useful. So the two palettes that I'm going to be using today, the first one is a palette from Sample Beauty. They are fantastic. Pigmentation's really good, and it is called the Paradigm Shift palette. The other one is from Lick and Lash Beauty. There we go, and it is called the Playful palette. So I use these pretty much daily. The colours from both palettes kind of complement each other, so I find that they work really well. So the colours that the one palette doesn't have, the other one does. So there we go. So the first one colour we'll be using is yellow, second will be green, and the third will be blue. So for my looks, 9 times out of 10, I will use a crease brush to pack colour on. So I will start off with the yellow, and I'm just getting my brush and making sure that the end of my brush has got a whole heap of colour on it. I will always work further over than where my eye naturally opens. So if you have hooded eyes like me, it is a really good idea, because otherwise you generally don't see the colour if your eyes are open. Because if you're putting it here, as soon as you open your eye, that colour is just going to disappear. So I pack this colour on until I get to around about here, and then I move on to my next colour. Right, next colour is going to be green. Just have to decide what green. Okay, we are going to go with a bit of parakeet, I think. And again, this is a different brush. And again, we're just stamping that colour on. It doesn't really matter how neat it is at this point. You know, the main purpose is just to get that colour stamped on. Make sure that you go over the edges where that yellow meets the green, or whatever other colour you want to use. And then finally the blue. So again, fresh brush, and I'm going to bring that colour up. And again, just making sure to stamp that colour on. What we do is we will neaten it up as we're blending. So again, just making sure to overlap those colours. Nice and subtle, right? And then I'm going to take a different brush. This one has a name. This is a Soft Definer Luxe 236 from Jealousy, and because it's clean, what I'm going to do is just kind of brush the edges, so any mistakes that I make, and just soften it. I always feel like it's better to just soften the edges and learn what height fits you, what height fits your eyes. If you don't have hooded eyes, then you don't have to go this high. But I do, so I do. Okay, I'm gonna go in with that blue. So I've still got blue on my brush. And because I haven't got the youngest eyes, so my eyes are various different shapes and they have nooks and crannies. So I just want to make sure that I'm getting in all of those nooks and crannies. A good tip, hold your brush quite far down. The further up that you hold it, the more pressure that you're actually going to apply on your brush. So it just gives it a softer finish, and I feel like you can control it a lot more than if you were holding it right at the base, so right by the bristles. Okay, that is all done, so we're going to move on to the other eye. I'll see if I can do that quickly off camera. So I've done one brow for you, and we'll just see if we can quickly do the next. Okay, so there we go. We are sisters, not twins. Sometimes they're very, very weirdly related, but it's good, it's fine. I will do something on brows later on, and I will be honest, I love a bit messy brow. As long as it's not 100% pristine, I'm good. Okay, so we have done the eyeliner. We've got brows, we've got our eyeshadow. What I will just finish with before I go and put my eyelashes on is underneath the eye. So I tend to do the same colour palette that I've already done, using whatever is on the brush. Sometimes I have to use a bit more, but because I don't use a base under my eyes, I just see what I've got left. And then we're going to go for green. So we're doing it essentially in reverse, but it's the green. And then the last one is the yellow. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put that on the inner corners. Because my eyes are quite small, I don't want to close them up anymore, so I don't want much dark on the inside corner of my eye. Okay, and I generally finish off with a white liner in the waterline, depending on your skin tone. Nude works if you have a darker skin tone. But I always find it just opens your eyes up a bit. And what I'll do, I'll go and put my eyelashes on and then stick a little bit of mascara on, and then we are done. Okay, so eyelashes are on. The look is complete. you enjoyed my first YouTube video, please make sure to like and subscribe. It would mean the world to me. Thank you very much. I look forward to the next one.